lots of loud exhales today because if I'm being fully transparent, it's been really hard for me to breathe the last 2 days. Just a lot of energy swirling around, and we use all of our tools. Take one more big deep breath in and out. And then as you exhale, go ahead and push back into child's pose. So in your child's pose, you're going to come up onto the tippy bits of your fingers. You should arch your hands like you've got a little cupcake underneath your hands. Please remember, you can always come to child's pose. Press into the pads of the fingers, lift the arches of the hands, lift the armpits a little bit. Now, when you inhale, I want you to slide your fingertips toward you and start to peel your chest up. So if you're confused, just look at me. I want you to bring your fingertips back behind you and then point your heart to the sky. So wrap your two shoulder blades behind your heart. If you want more, you're just going to lift your bum up and off your heels for a moment. If it's too much, just leave it. Okay, hold here for just a moment. Press into those shins so you're exposing the heart space. And then go ahead and release. Let's go ahead and come back into child's pose. Come up onto the pads of the fingertips. Slide the fingertips back behind you, lift your hips and lift your heart. Okay, so we're going to incorporate this into our practice today. As you exhale, find your way into downward facing dog. Curl the toes and lift the tail. Let's just hold here for a moment. Let the crown of the head reach toward the space between your thumbs. How's the breath? Y'all should feel a little bit better. I want you to breathe into the sides of your lungs now. So look up at your hands, make sure that they're shoulder width apart. You're spreading the fingertips nice and wide. The two inner part of your elbows should be staring at each other, the eye of your elbows. Bend your elbows just a little bit and elongate your cervical column of your spine. Let your sit bones lift. And just hold for a moment. Now I want you to pull your chin all the way into your chest, okay? And look back at your thighs. Now lift up those heels, come up high into the toes. Keep your chin into your chest, round all the way forward into a plank. Look forward gently, and this is slow-mo, okay? As you exhale, pull the chin all the way into the chest, press into the pads of the fingers, go ahead and lift those hips and drop your heels. You're just gonna do that one more time. Chin stays in the chest till you get very far forward into plank. And then as you exhale, that chin goes into the chest and you round all the way back, okay? Now go ahead and drop down to the knees. You're gonna push back into child's pose on your fingertips, third eye to the floor. Drag your fingertips towards you. You're gonna press into the floor, lift your hips and lift your heart. So we're gonna work this into our sternum spar today, okay? And then as you exhale, I want you to go ahead and come back into down dog. And just hold for a few deep breaths in downward facing dog. When you come up to the top of the mat, just bring your feet as wide as the mat. It might be a tall order for some of you. Just be mindful, be kind to yourself. Take this first one really gently because we're gonna do it a lot. If you need to sit on a block, sit on a block. We're in Malasana. Just for a moment, you're gonna bring your two hands to your heart. Take a big deep breath in through the nose. Now, as you exhale, I want you to take a lion's breath. Make your jaw nice and wide. We're gonna do two more. Inhale. One more. All right. Bring your two hands to the floor. Bring your 2 feet so they're hip distance, and then find your way into chair pose. Okay, so just find your way into chair. We'll just pause for a moment. I already feel better. How about you? Inhale, lift your heart up nice and high. And then as you exhale, bring your two hands into your heart. Okay, now pause for just a moment. So I want to take a couple rounds of traditional Surya Namaskar A just to get you into your practice, right? So find a cadence of your breath that works really well. And then we're going to add in those little embellishments, okay? But your job is to stay present, the breath. Come back to your intention of vulnerability, of opening up the heart space. And then let's inhale to lift the heart up nice and high. As you exhale, swan dive or bring your hands through your heart, forward fold. Then take a little halfway lift to inhale. Go ahead and fold as you exhale. Walk it back to plank. Just step on back to plank. Now shift a little bit forward. Drop down to those knees. Lower your chest and chin. Drop your pelvis, drop your belly, and lift your heart into Bhujangasana. So open up the heart space. As you exhale, push all the way back into down dog. Hold for one breath in, one breath out. Bend those knees and look forward. You're going to walk to the top of the mat. When you get to the top, take a halfway lift and then just fold to exhale. Listen, inhale, just reach your arms up nice and high. And then draw the hands directly to the heart. Inhale to reach. So just a couple more rounds. Get into the cadence of your breath. Exhale to fold. And then here's that halfway lift to inhale. And then just fold as you exhale. So walk it back to plank pose and inhale. Shift a little bit forward. Take knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga if you're ready. Inhale and lift your heart into up dog or cobra. And then as you exhale, push all the way back into down dog. Just hold for one breath in and one breath out. Cadence of the breath, okay? Bend those knees and look forward. At the very bottom of your exhale, you're gonna walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. It's a halfway lift and then a fold as you exhale. Inhale, here come the arms, take them up nice and high, and then bring the two hands to the heart as you exhale, anchoring at the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. And here's that halfway lift. Those of you who have jumping in your practice, always feel free to jump on back to chaturanga. And just inhale, lift the heart, up dog or cobra, and then exhale back into down dog. One breath in, one breath out. Make sure when you're in up dog or cobra that you press into those two big toes. That's going to keep your the alignment of your inner thighs, and that spiral help you in this practice. Go ahead and bend those knees, look forward, walk, step, or float. And take your halfway lift and then fold to exhale. Here's the inhale, reach, and then hands to the heart. All right, we're going to start to add some fun stuff on. Inhale, lift, and then as you exhale, fold forward. And then here's your halfway lift to inhale. Go ahead and walk, step, or jump back to chaturanga. So take knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift the heart, up dog or cobra, press into the tops of those two big toes. Exhale and push on back to down dog. Now in this down dog, pull your chin all the way to your chest. I want you to round the body forward into plank again, super duper slow. And then as you exhale, it's child's pose on the fingertips. Drag those fingertips toward you. Go ahead and lift your hips and heart. And then as you exhale, all the way back into downward facing dog. Here's where you hold the one breath in and the one breath out. Bend those knees and look forward. Malasana. Hands are at the heart. Inhale. Lion's breath. Listen. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart, Samastiti. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga or walk, step, or float back. Inhale, heart's gonna lift into up dog or cobra. Exhale, push on back to down dog. Pull the chin all the way into the chest. Go ahead and round the body forward to plank pose again. Drop down to those knees as child's pose on the fingertips. Slide fingertips towards you, lift your hips and heart. Exhale, down dog. One big deep breath in. One big deep breath out. Focus on the heart, you guys, okay? Bend those knees, look forward. Malasana. Hands at the heart. Lion's breath. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart, Samastiti. We're gonna do 3 more rounds. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale to fold. Here's that halfway lift. Chaturanga, walk, step, or jump. Heart lifts. And then exhale back, chin to chest. When you get there, roll forward. Child's pose. Slide fingertips, lift hips and heart. Down dog. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Malasana. Hands at the heart. Lion's breath. Utkatasana. Hands to heart. Again, Utkatasana. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Walk, step, jump back. Heart lifts. Hips go high. Chin in the chest. Round the body forward. Child's pose.